for the how to treat it, the balance in the metaphysics the level, in the advanced the thermodynamic level, and with that kind of balance, decrease that abnormal fertility elements. Actually, conventional medicine already use some kind of concept, the fertility element, that kind of concept, but they work on the physics that aspect. For instance, tamoxifen for the breast cancer, erasers for the leukemia or anything like that. Both are some kind of chemical to try to low down the kind of fertility condition inside the body. That tamoxifen is block the estrogen, that eraser is block that kind of skin glow that chemical. So from that point, traditional Chinese medicine can do a lot of things. They only, block some the occasional that kind of path, but traditional Chinese medicine can complete block that. Can use Yin and Yang in the metaphysics, in the advanced thermodynamic level, complete block that. Tamoxifen erases only temporarily, only in the kind of very local path to block that. Chinese traditional medicine can do that in the more wider, in the thermodynamic level to block that, to eliminate that. So that is the beauty of the Chinese traditional medicine. Additional, because they need to achieve the kind of optimized result. Usually, conventional medicine use high dosage. For instance, tamoxifen or eraser, they use high dosage. They try to block some kind of abnormal fertilized element. But for traditional Chinese medicine, it works on the more block basic. It doesn't cause that much side effect and can block heals that kind of path for the abnormal fertilized element. So that is some kind of different. Next. Over here, I also have some experience to treat some kind of cancer. But in this environment, the rationalism dominates the whole society, so my concept may not be so understand, and so the patient come to see me only for the last result and last that kind of hopeless that kind of option come to see me. Usually, it's not so systemic to treat the patient. I hope that in future, in the medical field, particularly in United States, we can open the more formal that kind of experience treatment under the Yin and Yang to treat some kind of all of the cancer, the treatment as a big project for them. With that kind of limited treatment experience, from my opinion, then usually Yin and Yang, that use Yin and Yang, use traditional Chinese medicine to treat cancer, have a lot of things can be done. Really important thing is that say from the free energy, the restoration, that approach to do something. Usually for the body inside the whole system, we have the free energy, that kind of spectrum. That's normal one. The first one is normal one. That's normal. Okay. Over here, that is the short wave energy. That's long wave energy. Okay. But after 40 years old, during the life, the whole system, because the action of the thermodynamic, that kind of dissipative process, they may have some degeneration. That is degeneration, abnormal degeneration, and create a lot of that kind of short wave energy particle. The long wave energy particle not good enough. That kind this short wave energy particle energy will create a lot of excess heat and dampness inside the body. If that happens on the metaphysics kidney, that will be create a lot of abnormal fertilized element inside the body. This abnormal fertilized element project on the lung, create the lung cancer. Project on the pancreas, that create a pancreas cancer. Project on the brain, create the brain cancer. Project on the bone marrow can create pneumonia, the leukemia. Project on the colon will create the colon cancer. Project on the liver can create the liver cancer. How to treat such situation? We need to cut this all, become dead. Then restore that kind of free energy, that spectrum. The short wave, not that much. The long wave, more. So these individuals still have a lot of that kind of useful energy, but not much that kind of excess heat and dampness, particularly in the kidney area. And that will be from the basic, eliminate that abnormal fertility element, that production. That will help the cancer. All of that kind of treatment is pretty benign because it's just restore the port, did not cause any side effect. It's not say kill the cancer cell. No, not for kill the cancer cell. Traditional Chinese medicine, in that aspect, is not as good as conventional medicine. For kill the cancer cell, conventional medicine do a better job. But create that kind of yin and yang environment, good yin and yang environment, eliminate that abnormal fertility element. For instance, as look as the tamoxifen or Ilesis, that kind of situation, traditional Chinese medicine can do a really good job, and that will be the life-saving and for the complete cure for that cancer condition. So that is my idea to treat cancer condition. It's not used. Some herb may have kill the cancer cell, but that is not the reason for that. It's only the restore that kind of degeneration process, create abnormal fertility element, that kind of situation. All of the kind of process is need to be at the beginning. After you find the cancer, at the beginning, you need to start to do that. You can continue during the time. You can continue to have a conventional, Western medical treatment, but for the surgery, did not need to have that kind of very large scale, that kind of remove. You only local remove the cancer. That will be good enough. For the chemotherapy, I prefer small doses. Will be good enough. For the radiation therapy, also use that kind of mild doses will be enough. In additional, use yin and yang idea to eliminate that kind of abnormal fertility element and restore the body, that free energy spectrum, and then complete that eliminate the kind of basic for the cancer, the recurrence and metastasis. So today will be, that is the end of today's. Okay, that Julia, yeah.
Thank you. I understand. It must be very frustrating for you to know that if only medicine could look, if only Western medicine could take a deeper look and try to cure the base of the abnormalities.
Yeah.
That's what I understand that you're saying by reaching the Yin-Yang and by really trying to get at the base of what is going on and cure the body from the bottom up is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, that's right. If from the rationalism, from the matter, energy, number, space, and time, they consider remove that. That is the cure. But from the thermodynamic behind it, they still have that yin and yang, empty and full, temperature and the cold and hot, inside and outside, and also create a lot of the kind of the situation. That kind of condition is not back to the normal. Still have that the abnormal condition happening. They may still create abnormal fertilized element. They still can create the new cancer cell. They still can send the cancer cell to other part of the body.
Yes.
They still growing. So that is very important. But until now, that is what I feel frustration, because the people under that kind of rationalism, scientific view, they cannot understand that kind of beauty of the traditional Chinese medicine, and they consider, well, traditional Chinese medicine cannot do anything for that. That is, I feel pretty frustrated. From my opinion, I do have very specific case. For instance, one of the leukemia patient, I treat that pretty good. When some lung cancer patient, I treat that pretty good. And I know I still have a very serious liver cancer patient and stabilized. So all of the kind of things, from my opinion, with so-called yin and yang treatment, free energy restoration, do a pretty good job. Less side effect, and also can reach the optimal that kind of treatment result. So, but how to convince the general population believe that, particularly the scientific mind, the medical professional in the medical field, to adopt the idea, still have a long way to go. That is what we try to use the video to do some education.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is changing, and we thank you so much for
Thank you.
making this effort to try to have people understand that there are other ways, and more people want that type of healing because they know that that is possible, and more people are changing.
Yeah.
And the field of medicine, Western medicine, will change because it has to, because of the desire of people to know that there is another way.
I believe that is, I strongly believe that, because the Chinese, traditional Chinese medicine is not so-called, is not just only the so-called folk medicine.
Right.
It have really the solid theoretical that kind of basic. And also its effective is quite superior than other folk that medicine. So I believe that more and more people to accept that, and I hope that particularly the medical professional can accept the idea. That is a huge challenge. That also is one of the reasons after practice almost 30 years of conventional medicine and traditional Chinese medicine, I discontinued the Western medicine, only focus on the traditional Chinese medicine, and try to do some education and try to focus on the practice of the traditional Chinese medicine and help more people.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Wang.
Okay, thank you.